All right. So hello everyone. Myself Siddhi, and we have one more faculty over here, that is Manushi. We both have a huge experience in training and development, and yeah, we are training on practical side, practical US taxation as well. So today we are going to mainly focus on how you are going to enter into US industry, and mainly what is your enrolled agent course all about, the exam pattern, what are the subjects, what will be the timings of the class, everything we are going to discuss. And at the end, we will have a Q&A session. Okay. So whatever questions you want to ask, you can just ask later on in the Q&A session. So agenda is, let's say you are already working in accounting domain, or you are interested in accounting, or you are interested in taxation, or you are interested in auditing. So what are the three main that scenarios which you can go for? What are the three main qualifications which you can go for? Ways to shift from Indian industry to US, I think this is not necessary because everyone is already working in US industry. But the main way is either go for EA, either go for CPA, or you can also go for USCM. Okay, so it depends on what is your interest, what is your long-term plan. Based on that, you can select any qualification. Third one is professional qualifications. You can pursue from anywhere in the world. It may be in India, in US. I can see 2-3 people are from US, Canada, London. From anywhere you can pursue this education, right? And we are going to discuss a little bit about us, our background. So, and lastly, we will discuss about the course details, lecture timing, fee structure, what all things will be included in it. And then we'll take a Q&A session. So first one is, let's say you are already there in US accounting, or let's say you are already there in Indian accounting, you are an inter CA, or you are interested in, accounting side more. Then I would suggest go with CPA. Okay, there you can start with the FAR subject. That is the one suggestion for those who are interested in accounting. Okay. Second is those who are interested in auditing, mainly those who have Indian audit experience also. You can also start with the CPA with the audit subject. Okay. But the last one, that's those who are going to have a US taxation interest, they can start with EA first. Later on, the thing is, whole EA subject is a copy paste in our CPA 2 papers, regulations and TCP. So if you're planning, your long-term goal is even a CPA, right? And short-term goal is you want to have some achievement in US taxation, start with EA. And this is the right time because October we will have a slots which will open for exams. Mainly in India, there is an issue in exam booking, but in US, it's very easy. You can just get ready for your exam. We will discuss the schedule in how many days you can be ready for appearing in exam. Okay, so even if you're a CA, inter CA, inter CS already working somewhere, you can start with EA and slowly and gradually you can go with the regulations and TCP subject later on. Okay, so it will be like a double benefit for you when you start with the EA, right? It will be a whole about the taxes, right? Next is a little bit about the enrolled agent. I'm not going to read this whole theory. It's just like we have an expertise, we have a knowledge on tax side, but we don't have a license, right? To file the return, to give a proper guidance. So being an enrolled agent, you get that authority. You can represent, see those who are from US, you can easily get a license and represent your clients over here in front of IRS. That is the one thing. Second benefit of doing EA, pursuing EA is, as I have seen many big four companies, many organizations, they hold the promotions just because of their degree, right? So that is the second point. You can pursue enrolled agent in a very short span of time. You already come with an 8-year experience, 10-year experience. But because of that designation, if your career growth has been, hold, so you can go for the EA course. These are the two main reasons. And third is, if you're planning to pursue CPA, I would suggest go with the EA first if you are planning to go in the taxation side. Okay. So Manushi, if you want to say something about the course, then.
Yes, first of all, I just want to welcome every one of you. Myself, Manushi Shah. So I'm basically enrolled agent. If I talk about my Indian degree, then I'm inter CA, and then after having certain years of experience into US taxation and US accounting both, then I have started, pursuing this enrolled agent certification. First of all, enrolled agent is not a degree; it's a certification. So if you have, as Siddhi mentioned, first of all, you have to decide your main interest, like whether you want to go for account, audit, or taxation. So if you have interest in taxation, and if you want to go further for your taxation career, then yes, enrolled agent is a very good option for getting the certification. Over and above, yes, like some people are asking us that whether we should go for EA or CPA. So we will come to that point, like who should go with EA, who should go with CPA. So majority of your queries will be resolved in this Q&A session. Yeah.
Yeah. And second thing is, when me and Manushi started our journey in US taxation, there was no one who was there to guide us. So we both started our journey like doing all the research work, going through all the publications, and then we are over here. Okay. So taxation is a never ending work. Like you have to upgrade yourself every year. Okay. So don't worry about it. We'll see about why EA is important, or like what is the importance of this EA certification. One is you get an expertise in tax, even though you're working practically, right? When you're doing entering the documents into the software, you don't know the logic behind that. Sometimes it happens, right? When we enter a $10,000 in the input screen in the tax software, why it is showing only 5,000 in the output screen? There might be some deductions, there might be some credits, there might be some benefits which the client is going to get in the form of credits, right? So this all things, the theory portion, the logic behind everything will be discussed in our EA sessions. Okay, so it's not like that. We are not going to teach it in the just to clear your exams. It will be from overall 360 angles. Okay, so once you clear your EA, even in case of representation, we are going to actually take the examples of notices. Okay, we have those all things. So that those examples of notices, once you know, okay, this is the way we are going to represent in front of IRS. These are the examples of notices. So our approach, my and Manushi's approach, is totally practical. Okay, like you will not find anything like which is we are just reading the theory. No, we are not going to do that. We are going to just explain each and every topic in a very detail. So versatility is fine, career advancement, global opportunities you will get. Even if you're sitting in India, you can get an opportunity from US, Canada, Dubai, anywhere. Okay. We have so many clients, those somehow, somewhere their taxation is going to impact if they are having business in US, right? Professional development, obviously you get a degree, and independence, you can easily take a freelancing work once you get your EA certification. So that is the one thing. Now, how becoming EA can enhance your career? There are three options. One is you can go with the job with any big four companies, or you can start your independent practice, or if you're interested in delivering the training and all, you can go with the educational institution, right? So these are the main three uh, opportunities, career opportunities which you can get after becoming EA. But as I can see in our current session, there are already many people experienced, so we don't have to mention them in detail. What are the career opportunities? Those who are having any doubts, questions, you can just ask me straight away in the Q&A session. Okay. Yeah. So exam pattern will be basically, now this is your main focus. Three parts. We have exams in three parts, right? Part one, part two, part three. Part one will be covering totally individual taxation. The exam pattern is it will be totally MCQ based. First 50 questions, then there will be a break. Once you submit those 50 questions, you cannot revisit them. After taking a 15 minutes break, 20 minutes break, you can start with the next 50 questions. Okay. And it will be a totally computer based. So even if you go to the exam center, it will be totally a computer based exam. Secondly, you have to achieve 105 marks at least. So you don't know, you will not be aware which questions will be of 2 marks, which will be of 1 mark. So based on that, you just can't rely. You can't just say that okay, I have attended 60 questions. I should get a 60 marks. No, the testing pattern, no one really knows which one are 2 marks, which one are 1 marks. Okay, so your main focus should be those all 100 questions. You should achieve it with a proper logic, proper concentration in that exam. That 3.5 hours are going to decide your previous 3 month hard work, right? Same way for businesses, it's all about corporate taxation. There we are going to just have the questions for corporate returns. Let's say 1120 S corp, partnership, C corp, how the partner is going to enter into business, what will be the basis and all. Okay, same way, part three, I think Manushi, you can just elaborate a little bit about it.
Yes, so basically part 3 is for the representation practice and procedure. So when you will become the enrolled agent, so what all things EA can do, what all things EA cannot do. So that rules, regulation, duties, like how the tax code system is there in US, like what are the practice procedure. If you have received any notices, how you will respond to that notices in within how much time, for how many months or how many years you need to keep a record. So all this thing we will have in the representation practice and procedure. That is the part 3 paper. Part 1 and part 3, part 1 and part 2 basically having the theory as well as the practical numeric questions. But in part 3 you will have only theory question, not a numeric question. And that theory question, not just like a simple one-liner question. If you have understanding of the particular rules, regulation, duties, and all those things, then you can apply that thing, right? So like some people say that this part 3 is very easy to crack. So to the extent, yes, it's very easy if you will understand and if you will know the actual rules and regulations. So basically we have a circular 230. So based on that circular 230, we will have our whole part 3. So if you will check the course content of part 1, part 2, and part 3, so comparatively part 1 and part 3 is having a little less syllables, you can say. But yes, you have to memorize each and everything in part 3. So that is the thing. Here also we have 100 questions. Now, as Siddhi mentioned, that we don't know that which question is having 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, or 5 marks, right? Out of this 100 question, in each part, we have some questions which are, experimental questions. Those questions don't have any marks, right? So based on the, upcoming updates and the scenario, latest scenario, they will, ask, or they will, judge you. They will examine you whether you are aware about that latest trend or not. So those 15 questions are not having any marks, right? But we don't know, we are not able to check that whether this question is having marks or not, right? So if you will complete this 100 question, you need to achieve 105 marks. So if you have received 105 or more marks, then you will be passed. Otherwise, you have to reattempt that particular paper. Okay.
Yeah, correct. So I think everyone knows the enrollment process for the exams. First is you need to take a PTIN number. For PTIN registration, you just need your notarized passport. Okay. So don't worry, those who are going to enroll with us, we will help you in PTIN registration also. And then it's very simple. You have to just go to the IRS site and just enter all the basic details. That is one thing. Once you receive your PTIN, based on your PTIN number, you can book your exams on the Prometric site. In Prometrics, you have to create a login using your PTIN. Okay, but make sure while creating a Prometric, you have to be very, very careful. The name should exactly match with your passport, because over there at exam center, they will match your Prometric appointment letter. They will match your passport. If anything is missing or misplaced, they will not allow you to appear in it. Okay. So while creating a Prometric site also, you just can connect with me or maybe Manushi if not available, then we will help you in that. Okay. So yeah, this is some suggestions regarding, as Manush has already elaborated this, that we are going to use circular 230, like how we are going to study this all things. Once you enroll on day one only, day one or two, you will get used to it. Okay. So faculties, as I mentioned, me and Manushi will be the faculties. I am going to take part one and two. I come with the experience of 3.5 years in US taxation specifically, with almost 2 years in practical trainings and training and development in our previous organization. So Manushi, you can just tell a little bit about you.
Yeah, so as I mentioned that if I talk about my Indian experience, then I am in CA and then I switched to this US domain. So I'm having experience of more than 7 years into this US accounting and US taxation industry. Basically, if I talk about my own interests, so after doing work in US accounting and US taxation, I got to know that my main interest, my keen interest is into the US taxation only. So I have started my career as a US tax preparer, then I switched to as a tax reviewer, and then slowly and gradually, me and Siddhi, we both were in our same department in same company. We were there in a learning and development department, so wherein we used to give the training for the US taxation, right? So after that, I have started my own practice. And basically, along with the practice, we both are working as a partner for the US taxation practical workshop. You might have heard or you might have seen the review on the LinkedIn and all. So basically, our main focus is not only to clear the enrolled agent certification, but how you can apply that your knowledge into the practical side. That is our main focus. Because see, only having the theory thing on your plate will not only that work. In this today's webinar, we almost have the people who are already having experience, so they can understand that what is the importance of the practical experience, right? So our main, like, our enrolled agent class is also to the extent we will include some types of combination which will help you when you will start your journey as a practical tax preparer. So that is from my end. Thank you, Siddhi.
Yeah, correct. So as I mentioned, our teaching technique is very unique. We are going to give you theory, practical, from all the aspects we are going to include it in the class. So let's talk about our timings, schedule, fees, and what all things are included. We are going to have part one only on Monday and Wednesday. It will be 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. 1 hour you have to dedicate. For Tuesday and Thursday, we will having our part two, and part three will be on weekends. So it's a theory. It will be good to have it on the weekends only. So mostly it will be evening time, but it's to be decided yet. Once we get the enrollments, we'll mutually decide which time suits for everyone. And this is the fee structure, which it's a one-time payment, like for part one and two and three. It's like whenever you are going to enroll it, you receive a book which will be regular plus summary. And the good thing about us is we are going to use our own material. We are not going to give you the difficult language material. Okay, any other material, if you see, there are some difficult points which it's hard to understand, right? So we are going to teach the subject. We know that we are the subject expert. We are going to give you our own handwritten materials. So Manushi is also going to give you part three regular material, which is being written by her only. One and two, I will be giving you that regular plus summary material. Okay, summary is just your end moment revision. Like just before the exam, you cannot revise the whole book together. So it's just a chart format, which you can utilize it later on. There will be live class. You will receive the access to it. Even in case if you miss any class, you will get a recorded class for that. MCQs will be given. So our MCQ test bank is very huge. Even if you start, appearing for those MCQs, it will take a long time to complete that whole booklet. So it will be on online only. Along with recorded class, there are just MCQs uploaded topic wise. So let's say day one, we completed filing status. Just after that day one filing status, all the MCQs of filing status are uploaded. So you can, get a whole idea of that subject, whole topic, along with solving the MCQs, and then you can move to the next one. So that's why we also have a gap. Let's say Monday we completed one topic, Tuesday dedicate 1 hour for MCQ solving. Wednesday we will have the another topic. Thursday solve the MCQs. It's like that. Doubt solving sessions are also included because if you're learning it in detail, you might have some doubts, queries. If you're attending live session, that's good enough. All your queries will be solved at the same time. Okay. And practical training, that is optional. See, if you are very fresher, if you have not worked on tax returns, you can also enroll into our practical workshops, which happens like it's just a 8-day training, which me and Manushi used to run. So if you feel that, okay, I want to go with practical sessions also, then you can enroll in our upcoming batch. Okay, for that, you can connect with us. We'll share you the details of that also. So yeah, this is the timings. And if anyone is having any issues with the timing, or once you enroll, and you can just let me know that because of your office hours or something, you're not able to attend, just let me know. We can give you some alternate options for that. Okay. So any question in this regarding the schedule or regarding what material, and any question in this part, so we can move to the next.
I have one question. So once you guys start with part 2, how long will it take you guys to complete the syllabus?
Okay. For part 2, it is 30 days session. So mostly within 30 days, you will be ready with the part 2. Same way with the part 1. In previously, I think I have completed 5 batches already, 5 or 6 batches. So according to that trend, it takes 30 days. I give the approximation as 30 days, but it can be done in 25 days also. But yeah, due to doubt solving and all, extra 5 sessions are been taken. So 30 to 35 days, one part you can count on. For all the 3 parts, take 30 to 35 days approximation, not more than 35 days. That's why every month we have a new batch. Every month we start with a new batch. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can you tell me the timing again?
Yeah, it's 7:30 to 8:30 IST time. Morning timing will be for part 1 and 2. For part 3, you're looking for part 3, like which part you're looking for?
I'm looking for starting with first the individual.
Okay. So it will be morning timing, 7:30 to 8:30, Monday and Wednesday. These 2 days you have to dedicate. You are from India or from some other location?
I'm from US.
Yeah. So if you are in which time zone, EST, CST, or which one?
Eastern.
Okay,
EST.
so it will be EST timing, evening 10 to 11 p.m. It will be that. But yeah, we have, if you are going to have more people from EST time zone, we will be having a separate batch for EST time zone. Like as your, 11,
Oh,
10 to 11 p.m. if it's not comfortable. Else you can join in this batch. Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
This is okay for me.
All right. Is books included in the regular fees? Yes, Chetan, it is included in the regular fees. This all is inclusive of all the material. It's a whole package. I can say it includes lectures, MCQs, books, everything will be included. Okay. And
The books
any
are
other
soft
question?
copy or hard copy?
No, hard copy. You will get it at your address. In US also we ship the books, so you will get it.
Siddhi, one question here, Tulika this side. So 7:30 to 8:30 is usually the time when I send my daughter to school. So is there a possibility that we can have the session starting at 9 a.m.? Is that something which is possible?
It will be actually I am also in EST time zone. It will be 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. for me. But
Okay,
we'll see. I'll give you some alternate option to you. Don't worry about
okay,
that. Okay.
okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question on timing and this exam pattern, or any doubt? Anyone?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, so let me share the next screen. So these are some exam tips, which anyways we are going to do it at the end. Once we complete our 3 parts, all the 3 parts has a different exam tips. So part 3, Manushi will be guiding you once you complete the whole course. Manushi, we can tell them like for part 3, how much days they will take to complete the part 3. 1 and 2, I know, like 30 to 35 days we can do it. 3 also, if we
Almost it will take 20 to 25 days.
okay, yeah, great.
Based on because in part 3 majority practical things will not come, but if they have some more doubts and all, so for that at least 20 to 25 days will be.
Okay. So if you're planning for any 2 parts, you can plan for 1 and 3, 2 and 2 together. Okay. Those who are just into the studies, those who want to clear it very early, very quickly, you can consider 1 and 3 giving together, or 2 and 3 giving the exam together. Okay. With the gap of 1 or 2 days. That's how me and Manush also did the same day. Yeah. So any Q&A apart from the course, anything which you want to ask regarding exam slot or anything, any XYZ question?
Is this license fees based on a state level or valid for the all US states?
Whole. It's a federal.
I'm asking because in CPA we want to register in state board. That's why I'm
Yes.
asking.
No, it's whole federal only. You can practice anywhere. You will receive it with the name of IRS itself. You don't have to register in a specific state. You also don't have to show any credits or anything. In CPA, we have those, right? So there's no state level registration, it's federal only.
Yeah, and even after becoming enrolled agent, what are the requirement, like how you need to renew your license, like what are the minimum C requirement, professional your course requirement, all this thing we will learn in the part 3 paper.
Yeah, correct. And second thing is someone is asking about exam slot. Okay, exam slots are like according to our this year trend, our next slot can be opened in October, then there will be a slot in December, and then in February. So this year I have seen like the trend of alternate months. 1 month they are opening, 1 month they are not opening. So if you're planning, if you're planning your whole schedule, plan that you should be ready by October. Starting only, you can appear for at least 1 part. You can plan it according to that. For exam booking slot, yes, we have a whole group where as soon as the slots are open, we just post it in the group. It can be either in the midnight or either in the morning, anytime, whenever slots are open, we just send it in the group. And yeah, if you're not able to book, you can just quickly connect with me. I can just book with your biometrics ID. Okay. Virju, yes, you can join part wise. That's fine. As I said, those who are fresher, I suggest go with part wise only. And if you're confident enough, you can start with any 2 parts together. Okay. And Manushi, regarding practical training, you can take that question.
Yeah, sure. So guys, basically, after this enrolled agent certification, if someone is new to this industry, not having any experience into this, and if you want to learn how to prepare the tax return for individual as well as business tax return, so basically
Hello.
morning. So basically, we will give you the practice mocks, which will be based on our live client data. So how you can start the tax preparation process, like with the work papers in the tax software. Even we will be providing the access of the tax software, demo tax software, which you can install on your system and which you can use for a number of a number of days you want. So basically, what all things which we will guide you or we will teach you in the class, the same based on that same returns we will provide you for the practice. So within this 16 days period, you will learn or you will prepare 10 individual and 10 practical tax returns on the business. So 5 returns we will do in the class, 5 returns we will give you for the practice. So similar way, 5 returns, business returns you will do in the class, and 5 returns you will be doing in the practice. So that is the practical tax workshop. So you will be guided through the whole tax return preparation process, right? So that will be the practical. If you have an interest and if you want to learn how to prepare the tax return, you can definitely connect with us either on LinkedIn or WhatsApp. So we can guide you further on this practical workshop.
Yeah. So Tulika, for fees, for enrollment, you can just connect with me for, I think you're going for part 2. Those are going for part 3, you can directly connect with Manushi. She will be able to do your enrollment for part 3. For 1 and 2, you can connect with me. Part 2 is starting with, like from Monday only we are starting. Monday will be part 1. As I said, the schedule Monday and Wednesday is part 1. So I can say part 2 starting from 20th. On every Tuesday and Thursday, we will have in the part 2 class. Okay. And starting with the part 1 training. Okay, you are in US taxation already, and if season is coming, that's fine. You have to just dedicate 2 days a week. Only 2 days a week you have to dedicate. I know Saturdays will be working, 10 hours will be there. I know all those things. We have also gone through those. But still, you have to dedicate at least 1 hour. Even if you go through the live lecture, that's it. On weekend, solve MCQs. For that, Chetan, I'll give you a plan for that. Don't worry. Ashwini, for practical training session, we will having one more webinar specifically in practical. But for fee structure, you can connect with me and Manush on WhatsApp. We will let you know the fees and what is the start date of those. Mainly practical trainings also happen on weekend only, because all professional people, like mainly CA in practice, those people join the practical training. So for them, we keep it on weekend. Okay. Validity is not there because we know, like, our intention is that you clear your exam, not just, we are not here to just take the fees, watch the one-time lecture, then again when you appear, if you fail the exam, again pay the fees. No, it's like once you clear your exam, the excess will be gone. But definitely we have, like, I used to guarantee usually in last all the batches, 90% of people have cleared the exam. Whatever students have enrolled with us, 90 to 95% people have cleared the exam, unless there is a cancellation of slot and all. But yeah, they complete the batch within 30-35 days, give 20 days for self-study, and we are going to prepare you in such a manner that all MCQs you will be solving on our question bank. Every MCQs is there, every important, everything is there. And there will be last 2-day session, which will be simply a revision lecture. Means all only IMP topics, we will take it and revise it in the class. So there is a very less chance that you are going to fail the exam. But in case, okay, the validity is until you clear your exam. So there is no validity in that. But we will have the access, how much view you are watching. It should not be if one person is taking the session, there are 10 or 12 views on one video, right? Me and Manushi were also student one time, so we know all those things. So we have restricted those all things. Once you give your email ID, it will not going to change. It will not going to shift to some other email ID. We have the access to your views. If you are watching it 10 times, 12 times, then definitely your access will be blocked and there won't be any explanation allowed from your side. So that is the one, I can say, terms and conditions. Else, we are ready to help you in any possible manner to clear your exam. Ashwini, yes, part 1 is also starting on 19th only. So these are like timings from Monday, upcoming Monday, we are starting it. And like the upcoming weekend, it will be this part 3. If you are going to enroll for 2 parts together, let's say 1 or 3 and 2 and 3, we might give you some discount. Okay, this is for only, this will be there only till weekend. Okay, till Sunday, you start your enrollment and just let us know. Okay, even if you're planning, see, for 3 sessions, for part 1 and 2, first 3 sessions will be demo. You can watch the demo and then enroll. Part 3, 1 session will be demo, watch the demo, and then you can enroll. But if you are decided, okay, we don't have to wait for the demo and all, you can just enroll today or till tomorrow evening. We can give you some special discounts if 2 parts are enrolled together. Okay, so any question, guys? Anyone regarding anything today? When can I expect the books? Yeah, books will be dispatched today itself, but it's weekend, so it will be dispatched on Monday only. For 1 and 2, you will getting the books will be dispatched on Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, on for part 3, it will be dispatched a little bit later on. It's still in the printing process. So yeah. Anyways, the part 3 is anyways on the weekend. So yeah, 1 and 2, it will be dispatched as soon as you enroll, pay the fees and everything. Okay. Yeah. Any other question?
Yeah, hi Siddhi.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I had a query, not about the course, but something about what could happen later. So, like for example, if there is an enrolled agent, let us say, who's based in India, so who's obviously a US non-resident. So, what kind of a liability can a enrolled agent based in India suffer due to some mistakes which could happen in the actual tax preparation, and how can they protect themselves?
First thing is, if you are aware about all the ethics, rules, and regulation, which obviously you will be aware in part 3. Once you clear part 3, all ethics and everything, you will be aware about it. You can advertise, you cannot solicit. Okay, so there are some certain conditions. Circular 230 is most important. Second thing is your license number, if you're using, or your PTIN number you're using in any tax return. And if there is a mistake, okay, they'll not directly sue you. IRS will not sue you for any mistake. They'll first send you the notice. If you give a proper explanation of the notice, okay, this is according to this circular, according to this publication, we have given this treatment, we have taken this much credits, then it's okay, then you are safe. But yeah, if they charge you some penalties or interest, then you will be liable. So yeah, liability will be equal. Like it will be definitely be there if you're using your PTIN number, license number, even from India. So your license number will be cancelled, or I think there are some restrictions, right, Manushi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if you are using your PTIN number and if you are preparing the tax return, and if you see, there are mainly 2 things. If you have willingly done some mistakes, then the penalties and all those things will be different. So we have a civil as well as criminal penalty. But let's suppose if you have not intentionally done the that particular mistake, so that IRS will give the chance to prove yourself. If you can prove, then they will not charge you or they will not cancel your license and all. And if they feel that yes, you are under guilty based on your offenses, it will cancel your whole EA license also. And for certain period of time also, you cannot continue your practice. So that are some rules and regulation, and not based on the location, you have some penalties. If you are working in India and if you are working from US, and if you have done the same mistake, then the implications and the charges will be same. Not based on the location, they will impose the penalties and all.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. No, what I meant by referring to that location was, like for example, if you are a US resident, obviously it's easier to get some sort of a professional liability insurance when you're a resident of the US. But when you are a non-resident, it is not easy. I mean, you cannot go to a US insurer and get an insurance.
Yeah. So for that thing, yes, that is the different thing. But for the tax implication, for the penalty implication, it will be, same.
For liability coverage, let's say you're saying about liability insurance, you can connect with any US attorney, or you can connect. See, they also provide service from US to India. we like, I also have a connection with one of the US attorney. So you can connect with them, know your implications. If you want to cover our liability through insurance, then they might guide you about the better plan.
Thanks. So one would be from the IRS itself, and the second could also be from the client, right? Because the
Yes.
client is the one who's going to be liable to pay any penalty which the IRS imposes on them.
Definitely, yes.
And like there are rules also: taxpayers penalty, tax preparers penalty.
Preparing.
That whole
Yes.
thing we will learn in part 3. So you'll be aware, okay, this thing we cannot do this mistake. But it can happen that taxpayer might have not given you enough information. Then you might have missed something in the return. So that's why we sign 8879 form, which is a signature form that client has reviewed all the details and everything. So your liability is little bit less. They sign a signature form while e-filing the return. So me and Manushi has e-file a lot of returns, but we don't e-file without that signature form, without that approval. Or either it's a state return or it's a federal return. So yeah.
Even
So
we have
this
a due
form-
diligence
sorry, yeah.
checklist. Yeah, even we have a due diligence checklist. So it's not whole responsibility on the side of preparer, because we are the preparer. We can ask the data from the client, but if client manipulated data, so it's not our responsibility to cross verify or each and every details client has given to us, right? So some of the responsibility lies on the taxpayer, also, and some of the responsibility based on the tax preparer. So for that, we have a due diligence checklist. So each and everything we will guide you in the part 3 paper.
Thank you for that clarification. So this checklist you are referring to, is it something which the IRS also sort of encourages the tax preparer to
Yes.
use?
Yes.
It
And
is
even
mandatory.
if tax mandatory, if tax preparer fails to exercise that due diligence, fails to fill out that due diligence, then it will attract the huge penalty on the tax preparer side, right? So it's our responsibility to exercise the maximum efforts what we can, so that each and everything we will learn in the part 3 paper.
Okay, sorry. One more question. Now, what kind of fees is it that the EA actually charges for, let us say, an individual tax form?
That totally depends. See, on the client also. Let's say if I'm preparing for my relatives, I'll not charge them. It's free of cost. If I am preparing for someone who is having a lot of schedules, let's say we have schedule E property, there is a sales and purchase of property, there is a capital gain, a huge return is there. Based on that, we usually charge. So sitting in India,
Actually,
yeah, you can
actually
tell me.
that answer, like monetary dollar-wise amount, we cannot quote. So based on the experience and based on the level of complexity, the charges will be different. So each CPA, each EA can have their own different, price. As we have, like in India also, we have chartered accountant, right? So they will charge a different price for filing and preparing the tax return. So there is no as such rule from the IRS that you can charge minimum this much or maximum this much. It depends on the complexity, and it depends on the based on experience you have.
Thank you, Siddhi and Manushi.
Yes, Preston, I think you have some question. Okay. So any other question, guys? I think we have answered almost most of the question. So okay, this video is going to be added on the YouTube as well. Still, if you think anything comes in your mind, just put it on the comment box. We'll reply over there. Any question regarding the codes, regarding the if you want to go for practical workshop, directly connect with us. Okay, we'll give you the details for that. But regarding EA codes, anything which comes to your mind, you can put a comment over there. And me or Manushi, if it's relevant to our field, we'll just reply it over there in the YouTube channel. Or you can just connect with us. For part 1, 2, you can just let me know. I'm just putting my number over here. Mostly everyone is having my WhatsApp number. So yes.
And one thing I just want to highlight, that don't expect expect the immediate reply. It will take a few days or few hours. So if like this is the thing which we have faced, that if we are not able to connect you on a WhatsApp on a same day, people are just calling and calling and calling. So don't do that thing. We will just give us at least 1 or 2 days to give the reply, because we have a lots many messages we have to read and we have to reply. So just bear with that minimum time.
Okay.
So what about the
So
fees? I want to connect you directly.
yes, let's say you want to enroll for 1 and 2, connect with me directly. You want to enroll for 3, go with Manushi. We are just sharing our number on the chat. So wherever you are, you can just call me directly on this number or WhatsApp me. If you're in US, just call that US number. Don't call Indian number. If you are in India, just call a WhatsApp number. And Manush, you can just put your number as well. If you're planning to go for 2 parts together, let me know. I'll give you some discount offers for that. Any 2 parts, and this discount offer will be till Sunday only. Rest, like the price is the same, which we are quoting to everyone since last 2 years. I have the same price. I have not changed anything in that. Okay, and yeah, there will be a full support. Like we, as you're seeing, like me and Manushi are totally involved in the training only. So you will have a personal support wherever you stuck or wherever you find demotivated or difficult to crack the particular topic. You can just connect with me or Manushi. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Other than this course fees, what are the other expenses for registration, for taking license? What are the expenses relating
Yeah.
to that?
Yes, so exam fees is there. You have to pay part-wise exam fees. It's $203. I think previously it was 203. Now they might have increased a little bit, but not that much huge. And for PTIN fees, you have to pay $19.75 for taking a PTIN. If you already have, that's good. Then 19.75 and $203 approximate. I'm seeing it is per part. Apart from that, there is no other expense. Approx 203, yes. And if you are in India, you will have only 3 locations. 3 locations means like in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Delhi. So all the way you have to travel to Hyderabad or Delhi or Bangalore to appear for your exams if you're not in those 3 locations. So that travel expense will be there for Indian people. So.
Tasting fees nowadays, it's $259.
Oh,
yeah, they have increased the
we
So
pay
what I can do, I
directly.
can just share that IRS bulletin with each and every one. So
Okay.
just a minute, I will just upload that in the chat box only.
Okay.
Hey Siddhi, Manushi, could you kindly help? Like, how will the classes be conducted, and how will we be getting links to those live sessions or recording? Will we have access to any sort of a library? Can you kindly help there?
Yeah, wait, I'll share you a screen, just a minute. See, we have a fixed link. A Zoom link will be fixed. Every day you have to use the same link to join the class. And for library, I'm just showing an example how our library will look like. Just a minute. Like you can get an idea about how MCQs and all are posted. So let me show my screen. Okay, so let's talk about part 1. Okay, so this access will be given to you guys. Here I can add the people. I can see how many people have seen how much lectures, how many people have not yet started. Everything I can see over here, the views and everything. This is the classwork where the topic wise, these are all MCQs. Okay, let me start from the starting. So this is first step, filing requirement. This is the day 1 lecture. Wherever day is mentioned, those are video lectures. When you click on that, okay, there is a video which you can start watching. Then there is a mock. So based on this, all the 3 topics, we have kept a mock topic wise. So I can also see how many people has appeared for the mock, how much you have scored, and all those. Same way, next is credits chapter. So these are the topic wise, I will be uploading all the videos. Okay, so this is our live lecture video only, which first 3 will be demo. You can attend that and probably go through it. It's also there on the YouTube. If over the weekend you guys are free, you can go to the YouTube channel and check the demo lectures. So this is how your classroom will look like. Topic wise will be there. Then IMP topics are also discussed in the class. So for that, there will be a separate videos uploaded. Foreign taxes, and I used to teach in a linked manner. Let's say filing status. There are a lot of criterias about a children, age of the child, and all those. Okay, based on that, there are a lot of credits. In credits, there are a lot of criterias which are interlinked. So what we have done is we have designed the whole syllabus which is going to link. Previous chapter will be linked to the next chapter. Then again, there is some link with the next chapter. Then we took IRA. Along with IRA, after that we started with the gross income. We didn't start it directly with the gross income. Then taxes, then property transaction chapter, adjustment to income, standard deductions. So this is how our whole classroom will look like. Okay, got it, Tulika? So let me show you
Yes,
part
got it. Thank
2.
you.
Yeah. Part 2 will
Yeah.
look something like this. So partnership, S Corp, our major chunk is the C Corp, exempt organization, rental property. This is property transactions, incomes and deductions. All topic wise you will find it. So even if you are, let's say this is the first chapter. So these are the mocks which we will be keeping, MCQs, and these are the lectures. So this is the lecture, this is the lecture, and this is the mock.
Okay. So if I
So
enroll, so I will also have access to like your previous class recordings and everything.
yes, if you want to complete it early, if you don't want to wait for the live class. For part 1 and 2, we can provide you the previous class recordings. For part 3, we don't have the previous recordings. But yeah, 1 and 2, you will get
Okay.
the recent batch recording plus live lectures. So yeah, you can plan your schedule.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. That was helpful.
Okay, great. So any other question, guys? I think there was someone who has mentioned in chat box. Name of YouTube channel is your EA guide, or you can search with my name or Manushi's name. Or you can search Manushi Shah. Okay. So even if you miss a demo lecture, the demo lecture is going to be uploaded on YouTube. But if you are anyways planning to enroll, don't miss any lectures because the demo will be continued further for our regular class. Yeah. Okay, I think anything else, guys? Anyone? All right. So we will be ending our session today over here. Still, if you have any queries, you can connect with us directly. Mainly connect with me only because I will be able to answer like quickly. Looking at the time zone, I'm right now available for next 8-9 hours. Or if you're connecting in the morning time, you can connect with Manushi. So yeah, that was it. And let us know about the enrollment and everything. You can just WhatsApp me. I've shared you the number, so I can start with your enrollment process. Or if you want to wait for demo, go through the demo. On 4th day, you can start your enrollment. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. It was nice talking with you. It was an interactive session. Thank you, Tulika,
Yeah.
Pratik, Vayasun, and everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
night.
you,
Bye.
Manushi and
Thank you
Siddhi.
so much,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was insightful.